Are you serious? Are you serious? Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. We know this thing is getting ugly in Iraq as the oil fields are truly being threatened. We just got reports moments ago that now over 1,700 Shiites are dead, and over 200 Sunni militants that are fighting them are dead. And we don't know how many hundreds of civilians have already been killed. Folks, this is just in a matter of days. The United States Embassy is being evacuated as we speak right now, as Marines, about 100 Marines, are in the process of evacuating the U.S. Embassy staff, which is a little over 100 people. But there's about 500 U.S. contractors stuck in Iraq, and the airport's been taken, so they can't get out of the country through Mosul, and they can't flee the borders into Syria? Are you serious? This is, who's doing all this? The Shiite Muslims, which a radical Islamic group known as the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or ISIS, I-S-I-S. Now, the Iranians, the new president Hassan Rouhani, and the spiritual leader, and that is the supreme leader, the Ayatollah. Now, there's military helicopters going over top of my head. Are you serious? The Ayatollah Ali Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iran, they've agreed to deploy forces to Iraq to help fight against the Sunnis, because Iraq is primarily 85% Shiite Muslim and very radical at that. And the Obama administration has embraced Iran to join the fighting. Are you serious? Yes, Iran is now working. Obama's working with Iran? Apparently, yes. Here's the deal. The deployment of Iranian Revolutionary Guard to Iraq came after Obama administration quietly gave its approval of the Shiite troop movement, according to informed Middle Eastern security officials. The Obama administration pressed Iraqi Prime Minister Maliki to allow the battalions of Quds forces to aid the Iraqi military in a fight against the radical Sunni Muslims from the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or ISIS. Now, the Quds Force is a special unit of the Revolutionary Guards responsible for international operations. According to numerous press reports, the Iranian forces were dispatched Thursday to fight in Tikrit, which was initially held by ISIS, but was subsequently liberated by the Iraqi army with help from Iran. So this has already been going on all weekend. The Iranians' Revolutionary Guard is helping Maliki and the Iraqi army to fight back against these radical Sunnis from ISIS. Now, the Wall Street Journal reported that 2 guards units were further tasked with protecting Baghdad and the Shiite holy sites in the cities of Karbala and Naif. Now, Obama's actions give certainly give a clarity to the United States State Department spokeswoman Jen Psaki statement on June 12 that Iran could play a constructive role in Iraq. Clearly, we're encouraging them in many cases to play a constructive role, she said, but I don't have any other readouts or views from our end to portray what's happening today. Folks, so the United States has stepped back and has turned over Baghdad, if you will, Iraq, if you will, to Iran's Shiite-led government led by Hassan Rouhani and their spiritual supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khomeini. You might say, well, at least, let them do it. I mean, what's the difference? Well, true, they'll come in, they'll help Iraq, and maybe they will defeat the Sunni militants. If they do, Iran will take the country. You say, well, so what? Well, you have to understand, that is the reestablishment of Persia. So if you go to Ezekiel 38, you'll read that Russia, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, and part of Turkey will unite together to come against Israel in the great battle of Gog and Magog. Now, before that battle is even fought, there has to be a consolidation of this Fab Five and the return. Some people believe there's going to be the great return of the Ottoman Empire, and others also believe there will be the return of the Persian Empire. I truly believe that if the United States permits Iran to team up with Maliki and the Iraqi government there to defeat the radical Sunnis, then you will see a reunification. Some of Iraq, not all of Iraq, but some of Iraq may become part of Iran, and a reestablishment of the great Persian Empire. And as they aggressively pursue nuclear weapons with Russia, how do you think Israel feels? Because these are the sworn enemies of Israel. So basically what President Obama's done is teamed up with the sworn enemies of Israel, Iran, who ultimately want to annihilate all the Jews on the face of the earth, including the nation of Israel, and conquer Jerusalem. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. I highly recommend. I implore you. I try my best to convince you that these are the last days and Jesus is coming soon. Are you saved? Please give your life to Jesus Christ. I'll be right back with more current world events, and I will be doing a live show today at 12 noon Eastern for 1 hour only. 1 hour only today, so please don't miss it, 12 noon Eastern, at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com.